Hello, I am Oliver Boys. Tonight we present the special election news report. This is Action News Global. Good evening and welcome to Action News Global. Tonight we have a special guest. Dr. Scott Weiner is running for the position of President-elect of GEMA, the Global Emergency Medicine Academy of SEM. Dr. Weiner, as one of the current vice presidents of the organization, has been instrumental in working with the current leadership team to create and get the academy running. Tonight, he joins us from Boston, Massachusetts. Welcome, Dr. Weiner.
Thanks for having me on. It's a pleasure to be here.
Can you please tell us a little bit about your background?
Sure, of course. I'm originally from Southern California, where I went to undergraduate and medical school. When I was an undergraduate at the University of California, San Diego, I spent a year living abroad in Italy. It was there that my mind was open to international exposure and the idea of international collaboration. It's been a theme of my career since then. After medical school, I went to residency at Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center, which is a Harvard affiliate in Boston. There's a strong international EM program there, and after working there, I spent a year doing my MPH at Harvard, focusing on global health, and then I worked for several years on a project called TEMI, the Tuscan Emergency Medicine Initiative, where we basically established the specialty of emergency medicine throughout the region of Tuscany, Italy. Part of our work there led to the adaptation of this specialty as a primary training specialty throughout Italy. Since then, I've been involved with organizational emergency medicine to try and help the spread of emergency medicine internationally. I've been the chair of the American Academy of Emergency Medicine International Section just until a few weeks ago, and I stepped down because I'd like to spend more time with GEMA. At the same time, I've worked as first as secretary of the International Interest Group of SAM, and then now as the vice president of GEMA.
What have you done for the academy so far?
Sure. Well, I've been a member of SAM pretty much back since medical school, and a longtime member of the international section as well. I attended multiple meetings, and finally, a few years ago, I was nominated as the secretary of that organization. During that year, we came to the realization that international emergency medicine and global health really had outgrown the section status within SAM, and that we needed to form an academy. Forming an academy will allow us to have our own budget and basically our own organization within SAM to finally accomplish all the goals that we've been talking about for so many years. Working with the leadership, we created the bylaws and were able to get GEMA approved as one of the academies of SAM. Since then, I've worked on membership, I've worked on creating a didactic session, I've helped run the International Research Forum that we've had for the past several years, I've helped arrange the fellowship conference that we've held. I've dedicated so much time to GEMA and look forward to the next few years.
What are your plans for GEMA?
Sure. Well, I have big plans for GEMA. I feel like the past few years have been dedicated toward actually creating the organization and building up membership. But now we've reached that critical mass, so it's time for us to act. I propose the creation of 4 subcommittees. The first will be led by one of the vice presidents, and it's basically the research subcommittee. It's going to focus on creation and fostering original research between regions and nations. It will also focus on creation of guidelines and position statements that our organization can put out. The second subcommittee will be the annual meeting subcommittee, also to be headed by one of the vice presidents of the organization. Basically, this year we're putting on 9 hours of programming at the SAM annual meeting, and this is in addition to the original research being presented. So there's a ton of work to be done to maintain the high quality of that meeting. And so this person will focus on that and work with the other members to put on great programming next year too. The next committee will be headed by one of the at-large members, and it's the fellowship committee. With this committee, I hope that we'll work together with all of the international EM fellowships which exist around the country and around the world to to provide for networking opportunities and possibly creation of collaborations for different projects and pool our resources so we can do bigger and better things. The final committee will be the Humanitarianism Committee, which is another committee led by an at-large member. And this person will focus on global health and humanitarianism and relief missions and how to increase funding for that and how to identify programs. Finally, our Secretary-Treasurer will continue to take minutes, schedule meetings, and also work on the newsletter, which we put out at least 2 times a year.
Do you have any final remarks for our audience?
Yes, absolutely. As you can see hopefully by this video, I'm really keen on technology. I think we should definitely leverage it so we can make our organization stronger. It's simply a fact that not everyone can attend all the meetings, especially when we're talking about people internationally. So what I propose is that every single meeting we have, whether it be a conference call or an in-person meeting, be online. That is, someone can access it either real time or after it happened, so they can keep up with what's going on in GEMA. Finally, I'd just like to say that it's been such an honor for me to work with the people that I have with GEMA. There are so many motivated and incredible individuals. It has been such a pleasure. I look forward to continuing to work with you over the next few years to make the organization even stronger and accomplish everything that we've talked about for so many years in the realm of international emergency medicine. Thank you.
It certainly has been a pleasure having you as a guest, Dr. Weiner. We hope you will join us again in the future on Action News Global.